I call myself a professional, then this is the least that I should be able to do.
Actually, I just want to add something to it. If people think that when you act to a dub voice or when you dub to a character that's non-existent, you know, it's very difficult for Amitji to dub for another person, imagining that character how he would act. I mean, he can easily dub if it was himself. So the first difficult task is Amitji dubbing for a non-existent visual in not the way that he does normally for himself. And the second thing is for Dhanush to act on Amitji's voice without behaving like Amitji. And then third thing is for Amitji to kind of relook at Dhanush, relook at stuff, and then remove all the Amitabh Bachchan from that character. It's a very tedious task, and only you need really great performers to do this. And it actually started with Amitji totally understanding both characters and giving it a difference through voice.
That's fantastic. Mr. Bachchan, I'm going to end with a little audience questionnaire. There's a technology called Pigeonhole over here. But before that, Bachchan, would you like to ask a question, Mr. Bachchan? Yeah.
Why is it Shamita?
Sorry?
I'm actually totally overawed by the personality of Amitabh ji, and
I think someone wants to...
No. Why the name of movie is Shamita?
Yeah, okay, that's a good question. Many people think that this is some kind of a sensational title because it includes Dhanush's name and my name. But when you see the film, and unfortunately I can't tell you the story now, but when you see the film you will realize that it's part of the screenplay, how this title comes about. It's a name in the film, and that's the name of the film in the film. So, how does one explain this? It's a part of the screenplay. It's not something that has just been devised. It's just so beautifully formed as part of the screenplay. It's actually also depicts two people coming together. So whenever you see our credit titles in the promotions that we've done, you always see my name coming and his name coming separately, and then they join up to form Shamita. So in the film itself, it is these two individuals with their separate individual talents. They come together to make it one and move forward.
Thank you.
I think if I call myself a professional, then this is the least that I should be able to do. I knew you were leading up to this. कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि जिंदगी तेरी जुल्फों की नरम छांव में गुजरने पाती तो शादाब हो भी सकती थी। ये रंज और गम की स्याही जो दिल पे छाई है तेरी नजर की शुआओं में खो भी सकती थी, मगर ये हो न सका। मगर ये हो न सका और अब ये आलम है कि तू नहीं, तेरा गम, तेरी जुस्तजू भी नहीं। गुजर रही है जिंदगी कुछ इस तरह जैसे जिसे किसी की सहारे की आरज़ू भी नहीं। न कोई राह, न मंजिल, न रोशनी का सुराग, भटक रही है अंधेरों में जिंदगी मेरी। इन्हीं अंधेरों में रह जाऊंगा कभी खोकर। मैं जानता हूं मेरी हमनफस, मगर यूं ही कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है। Balki, would you like to do that?
Yeah, I fundamentally believe that the gold standard of a film is not whether it reaches the Oscars or not, because I don't think they understand a lot of things that we do. So why should it reach the Oscars and alienate a lot of our people? I just believe that it should be damn good for us. Why is our benchmark reaching the Oscars? Why is the benchmark not what we think is damn good? I remember, for example, there are some fantastic movies like, can you imagine a film that's entertained us phenomenally, which is like, say, Amar Akbar Anthony. I mean, why should it reach the Oscar? I mean, I would rather not have one Oscar in the world and have 5 Amar Akbar Anthonys, you know? So it's like crazy. And it happens to advertising, it happens to films, they ask the same question over and over again, when are we world standard? We are far away in the world standard. The world cannot understand. The Oscar needs to understand us. We don't have to try to achieve the Oscar. Barometer is 100 crores. I think it's about economics. Every film is a hit or a flop depending on what they've spent on it. And I think if you have a 10 crore film and it makes 20 crores, it's a bigger hit than a 100 crore film making 110 crores. So I think soon, I mean, everything is a phase, you know, you just are going to the 100 crores, people become cleverer and say which is really a hit. There's a percentage, you know, return on investment is what films are all about.
Would you like to add on?
Yeah, I agree, absolutely. Vijay Dinanath. पूरा नाम बाप का नाम दीनानाथ चांद, माँ का नाम सहसनी चांद, गांव मांडवा, उम्र 36 साल 9 महीना 8 दिन, 16 घंटा चालू रहा है। There are many times when the leading artists, because they like the story of the film, they like the person that they're working with, they do make concessions. And if I can, you know, quote myself, when Sanjay Leela Bansali made Black, I liked the script so much that I didn't charge any money for that.
No, and I think the same is true for Shamitab too. He's just done like that, his own.
And when Baz Luhrmann from Hollywood made The Great Gatsby, he asked me to play a small role. I just did it as a friendly gesture. I didn't take any money for Gatsby either.